TMI, she would piss in bottles so she wouldn't have to come out of her room. Hello, welcome to the Becoming Me podcast. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping that name. I don't know if I want it to be a podcast anymore because I realized that having a podcast, you have expectations, such as actually having informative opinions and facts and things of that nature, in which I don't. I just decided I wanted to start talking to my camera, but I'm not a really good vlogger because I don't really do much, but that's really my thing. I like to record my life, but I don't really do anything in my life. So that's why I turned to this, which I have things I can say, and it's been the type thing that I wanted to do. I'm just not really good at talking, but I decided to give it a try, and it's going fine. This is only my second podcast episode, but I've been excited to do it. I just don't think it's a podcast. I think it's just like a girl talk type video thing. So I think that's just it's just going to be my channel in which I just talk about stuff that I've been through and give advice as best as I can, because that is a reoccurring thing in my life. I give everybody in my life advice. Everybody comes to me with problems that they're going through, and it has at some points taken a toll on my mental health, but I feel like that's what I've been called to do, is give advice, be a little wise for people who are a little unwise sometimes, and that's okay because I'm unwise all the time, unless I'm giving other people unsolicited or solicited advice. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, we tried something new with the hair. She got bangs, and I don't know if I like it yet. Oh, also, this is part of the disability. If you're asking, why is she holding the mic like that? It's part of the disability, babes. Anyways, I got a mic. I know I said I wasn't going to have a mic, but I got a mic because I was going to keep it a podcast, and I was like, well, I kind of need a mic because all podcasters have mics, and the quality of sound is much better with a mic, especially as a podcaster. So I got a mic, but I don't know. We'll see if we like the mic or not. Who knows? But anyways, I decided that I'm just going to be making these videos talking about things that I've been through, how I got through those things that I have been struggling with or am struggling with, and I might need your advice. I don't know. I'm just gonna be making videos, but this is gonna pretty much be the structure. It's probably most likely all the time going to be in my car because I live with my boyfriend and we get home around the same time, so I'm not comfortable around the camera enough to be around him while I'm recording a video. And whenever we're in the same house, he doesn't really leave me alone, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying he would just be distracting me and I wouldn't want to do it in front of him, so it's probably most likely always going to be in my car. So it's just gonna be girl chats, girl talks. Hello. Do you guys like my girl? My camera's about to die, so we'll see if we're able to get through the video. Let me tell you something before we talk about my bear. I tried to film this video yesterday, but I was not in a good headspace because, let me tell you, I bought a mount for my car because I wanted to be professional, but it's one of those sticky mounts and it just wouldn't stick. It wouldn't stay. And then it's just very hard with this camera. So we went back to the old way and we're just on a steering wheel. And then on top of that, we were talking about a very sensitive topic, and I'm going to talk about it today still. So I was aggravated about that, the mount, and then I was aggravated about the topic because of situations that I've been through. So it just came off very angry, and I don't want it to come off like that. So I decided I'm going to try and film it again, but we're going to have our emotional support stuffed animal that I actually just got. My boyfriend got it for me. We were in Kroger and I saw these bears and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And he ran over there and got me this and some flowers. How sweet. He's working on himself. Let me tell you something about my boyfriend before we get into it. Apparently, his words, he's never been in a relationship. We definitely have our ups and downs. You can tell he's never been in a relationship at some points. But for the most part, he's pretty good. Like, the thing is, we fight a lot because he's not very romantic. but he tries. I know girls say, "Oh, he's just not romantic." My man's not romantic, but he tries his very best on what he thinks is romantic, and so I appreciate it for sure. But this was romantic. He got me this bear, so I thought it was nice. I don't know where I was going with that, but we love my boyfriend. Yes. Oh, and she's here for emotional support to calm me down. She actually lives in my car. Her name is Maribel. She lives in my car. Yes, we love her. I'm strangling her. I'm so sorry. Anyways, so the topic for today is going to be comparing yourself to others. I know this is such a topic that everybody has talked about once or twice, but you haven't heard my take on it or my experience with it. So we're going to talk about my take and my experience, and you'll find out why it aggravated me so much tomorrow. Hopefully I can talk about it with a better attitude today. So of course, we're going to read the Bible verse of the day, and it is, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." And that is Isaiah 43:18 through 19. And oh my gosh, this spoke to me today because I'm going through some things, but I don't know. Should I talk about it? Why not? Let's just talk about it. Maybe we'll change the topic and we'll talk about comparing yourself another time. So let's just talk about current events. So I'm going through a transition in my life right now, and it's nothing major, but it's definitely something that I've been struggling with, but also not struggling with at the same time. It's something I wanted to happen, but now that it's happening, I'm happy that it's happening, but I'm also like sad about the way that it's happening and how everything is going down. So I had a friend, and I talked about her in my last podcast, and that's the friend that I met in esthetician school. Like I said in my old podcast, my other podcast episode, she is older than me. She is 36 years old. And so the way that we became friends, I'll tell you backstory, current events, da da da. Hopefully my camera doesn't die. But anyways, we met in esthetician school, as I've said a million times. And what happened was we were sitting in class. I don't remember what we were learning, but so how it happened was we were having a self-defense class or something, whatever. And in my school, we had to like carry our chairs out to the little gathering hall that we had, that every time we had a meeting type deal. I think we had a meeting like every week, so we would have to carry our chairs out there. As I've said, I have a disability, but I'm more than capable of carrying my own chair. But she would help me take my chair out there, and so we would sit next to each other, and that's how we began to talk. She's definitely an extrovert. She loved to talk, and she still loves to talk. But so she was friends with everybody. She would talk with everybody in the school. But me and her, we were around each other all the time. We were in the same class, obviously, and we would hang out after school. We would go on little lunch dates and we would go out to like bars and stuff and drink whatever, just friend stuff, right? So that's how we met, and that's how we became close. We got close pretty quickly, honestly. Um and she was a really good friend up until the past year. Honestly, it just got bad. I don't know. But anyways, so the reason that we fell off is because she's been struggling with her own mental health issues, which I'm not going to speak about because it's not my business. But she's been struggling with her own mental health issues, and then she also had like a boyfriend that wasn't that great for her or to her. And so I live in a house. It's my family's house that they rent out, but they rented it out to me and my boyfriend. And so her boyfriend or her ex would kick her out sometimes, a few times, and when he kicked her out, like she would come stay with me. And like this last time that she came to stay, we told her, because she moved in with us two other times, in which it wasn't supposed to be her moving in. She was just supposed to like cool off with her boyfriend, or maybe even take some time to find like, a place to live on her own. But it was never supposed to be her moving in for months at a time. But the first two times she moved in for 3 months, and then 3 months, and then this last time it was a year. So when we told her this last time that she could move in, because things got pretty bad with her boyfriend, she had a job. So we told her, like, you can move in, but you're going to have to help us with our bills. You're going to have to put in on the rent. You're going to have to put in on the utilities, something. You're going to have to help. And she said, okay. So she moved in. And then once she moved in, she tried to get me to lower the amount that we told her that she had to pay. And she was saying how like she has a kid and like she needs to be able to provide for her and her kid. And I'm like, okay, but like, no, because we weren't even charging her a lot. We were charging her $300 a month. 300. That is not even close to the amount that we have to pay every month for all the utilities and our rent. $300. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And so then she was like, that's okay, I understand. I just wanted to ask. And so we got past it. 3 months later, which she moved in with us in January of 2024. 3 months later in March, she got fired from her job. I knew the moment she got fired, it was going to be an uphill battle. Okay. Lady does not believe in working. She doesn't believe that she should have to work. She believes that she should find a man who's financially stable to take care of her, all the bills and debt that she's accumulated over the years, her child. She believes that she's just supposed to be a housewife, which is fine. I feel like it's fine to have those standards, but I also feel like when you're single, you should be able to provide for yourself. You should not be solely looking for someone to take care of you, even your friend. You should be trying to take care of yourself, take care of your son, take care of like all of your things that you got going on. How do you expect it for someone to come and take all your baggage and be okay with it? That's something I never understood. But anyways, so what was I saying? Yeah, she got fired, and I knew it was gonna be an uphill battle, but I just put a smile on my face and I said, honey, me and my boyfriend, we talked about it, and we said, take some time to de-stress because her job was stressful for her. De-stress and, work on finding something else for you to do. She said she was very grateful, and she never found a job. She never intended on finding a job. Okay, I knew that was going to happen. I already knew that. In my heart, I knew that. But I was hoping that this time she would actually try. You know what I'm saying? Because she was really trying to get away from her boyfriend. And so I thought, like, she wanted to stay with us because we told her the credentials to stay with us is to help us with the bills. And I thought, like, she valued me. I thought she valued the help that we were giving her. I thought so many things, and I was so wrong. Okay. Anyways, she didn't try to get a job. She just sat in her room, like literally every day, and would only come out of her room if we were in our room and our door was closed. Like, I promise you, we never did anything to this girl. Like, it's gonna sound like a hostage situation, honey. I'm telling you right now, we didn't do anything to her. The only thing we did was tell her our expectations, which was get a job, help us with the bills, help us keep the house clean. Like, no, she didn't come out of her room, but you're not doing anything. You're not, like, she was helping us keep the house clean at least. We probably wouldn't have had so many issues, but she legit would not come out of her room. She legit bought or she had something at her ex's house that she was able to get an ice maker and those air fryer toaster things, whatever. And she would just buy snacks and stuff to be able to eat in her room so she wouldn't have to come out. TMI, she would piss in bottles so she wouldn't have to come out of her room. So, yeah, we were all kind of going through it, okay? Let me stay on track. So, yeah, sister ends up moving in. She complained about that. And she was like, yeah, just like, I don't want to, like, I don't like sharing like bathrooms. Like, I know I'm gonna have to. Obviously, I'm gonna have to get used to it, but it's just I have so many things in there, and I don't want da da da. I'm like, first of all, you were not supposed to move in long term. You decided to decorate that bathroom in a particular way. Okay, it was your choice. You were not even my other friend was moving in before she was moving in, and when she found out that my other friend was moving in, she didn't want to move in anymore. That's another story. But anyways, she was going to be sharing the bathroom in the first place. So, yeah. She would just do stuff like that. She would do things that made it seem like we were doing something to her when really she was taking up one of our rooms, not helping us pay the bills, raising the bills by taking up light sources and water sources and all that I had to pay for, and she was not trying to help. So yeah, it was kind of becoming ridiculous. I've always felt like I had to walk around on eggshells because like every time that we spoke to her, it would seem like like she was like like we were like trying to hurt her or something. In reality, we were just trying to help her. That was our sole purpose, was to help her get on her feet, get a place for her and her son, be able to provide for her and her son. Like, we're giving her so much freedom, and she just basically spit in our face constantly. And I let her because I thought she was a real friend. I thought she really loved me, and I like genuinely loved her. You know what I mean? Like, I've done that for someone I didn't love. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, it got bad in the past couple months. I don't know what she was going through, but she really was not coming out of her room. She was being very moody and like sneaking around the house. Like, legit would not come out unless we were in our room. And like when she did come out, she would literally tiptoe everywhere. Literally. I'm not just saying that as an adjective or verb, whatever. She legit was tiptoeing around the house. Sometimes when she would be in the bathroom and like heard me coming up the stairs, I don't know, she most likely did this with my boyfriend too, because she had issues with my boyfriend. But anyways, but from what I know, whenever I would be coming up the stairs, and I knew she was in the bathroom because I would hear her, obviously. But once I walked up the stairs, the light would be off, and I would like knew she was like hiding in the corner of the bathroom. Like, honey, baby, what are you doing? Please. I would literally call her up, be like, bro, you don't have to hide from me. Like, I won't bother you. I'm not gonna come in there while you're in the bathroom doing your hair, brushing your teeth, whatever. I'm not gonna bother you. Like, why are you doing that? Seriously, please let me know, because you're really fucking with my mind right now. She was literally manipulating me and gaslighting me, and I just let her do it for years. I've known this girl since 2018. I've been her friend since 2018. She was living with us from 2024 to 2025. 2024 January to 2025 January, like crazy. But anyways, yeah, so we were kind of just going through it in that household. And it was also kind of strain on my relationship because she would always try and come between me and my boyfriend. Like, she would try and tell me that, like, your boyfriend, like, da da da, like, tell me shit about him. And, like, be like, girl, why? Shut up, please. Don't give me relationship advice. Look at where you're at, babe. She literally, TMI, I'm putting her tea out there. She would literally stay with her ex so he would pay her bills. Like, she would put her son in that situation. She told her son everything that he did to her, and would leave and then go back to him. And you just, okay. Anyways, so that was definitely putting a strain on my relationship with my boyfriend, putting a strain on my mental health, but I was trying to be there for her as a friend. My father died in June of 2024. She made that whole situation about her, and I would say that's when it got really bad between us. She when my dad died, her dad died when she was 14 or something. And so when my dad died, she made the whole situation about her, which I understood at the time because I was like, it's probably bringing up like old, even though it's not very old, because she uses these wounds against people all the time, against me, against her boyfriends, against her ex, against anybody that'll listen. She brings up these wounds. But anyways, she made my father passing away about her. And she was like, yeah, it's like my father passing away. Like, because I was so close to your dad. She was not close to my dad. My dad didn't like her. My dad didn't like her. Because he saw past what she was doing to me. But I was blind to it. Anyways. So yeah, that's kind of when it got really bad. Like, her mental health just really, really dropped. And I was like, and I still tried to be there for her. Even though I was hurting so deep, I was still trying to be there for her. I was still putting forth the effort to being a good friend because I was like, she's going through it. She's going through so much. I'm going through so much. I'm still going through so much. It's only been 8 months. Not even, almost 8 months. And wait, almost 7 months. 7 months. And I'm still going through it. But you're nowhere to be found. Literally, you're living in the same house as me and you barely talk to me. How is that possible? You know your friend is struggling, and I communicated this to her that I needed her. She still say, okay, yeah, I just didn't know. And then she would do the same shit. So finally, I got the balls one day. Wait, let me tell you about this one incident. My camera's really about to die. We're on 12%, so I'm going to try and speed it up. But I want to tell you, one time she was out with this guy, and she was sending me a voice note, and like she sent it to me on purpose. She was drunk, but she was laughing with this guy, and I think the guy was like, she doesn't want to hear you drunk talking to her, and she was like, this girl is nothing. She's nothing. She's like, if I had on my other phone, but I recorded it. I'm like, I'm nothing. Like, what the fuck? I'm nothing. You're living in my house and I'm nothing. I've given you so much of my time and I'm nothing. I'm there for you when no one else is and I'm nothing. She called me crying saying, I'm so sorry. I don't mean like that. I thought we were joking around. Da, da, da. I'm like, I let her stay. I told her she had to go. She apologized. I let her stay because I felt bad. Okay. So that's the tea. This last instance that what was, like I said, she was hiding in her room, sneaking around the house like we were bothering her. She claimed my boyfriend's super loud and it gives her anxiety, da da da, whatever. So I'm like, baby, you gotta go. You gotta figure it out. You gotta find somewhere to go. You cannot stay here. I said, you have until February and you gotta go. Okay. It's best for you, it's what's best for me. It's not working. She said, okay, I'll try and figure it out. Then she barely spoke to me again, and I was very nice. Let me tell you, I'm a very honest person. I speak what's on my mind, and I'm trying to get better at that. But I really do. I speak what's on my mind. So I really took my time and I was really nice. I used ChatGPT to draft up a message that wouldn't be so mean and honest so that she wouldn't get offended. And she stopped talking to me even more. Like she would still, send me a couple texts or whatever. I got 10%, I gotta hurry up. But yeah, she'll do all of that. But like she became silent in real life. And I don't remember what happened. She said she was gonna have a talk with my boyfriend because her and her boyfriend don't like each other. So she was going to talk to him so that they could get the beef sorted out, and she was going to try and stay a little bit longer because she thought if she moved out she was going to have to go straight back to her ex. She never talked to him. She never said anything to him. And that pissed him off because he's like, I'm trying to give you some time, but because she would talk shit to me, like I said, about him. And I would tell him because he's my boyfriend. I'm supposed to be like marrying him in the future. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, she never said anything to him. And I kept telling her, like, can you please just talk to him because he's expecting to talk to you. Like, da da. Never did. So finally, we both were like, she gotta go. And so we told her, you got until February 1st. It was around like December 28th or whatever. Her son was with us at the time because she gets him every other weekend and sometimes for some of the holiday breaks. She had him for Christmas break, and both of them were sneaking around the house trying to sneak out of the house. I'm like, bro, I heard her son coming out, so I opened the door and he looked like this. Like he saw a ghost. Like, baby, what? Goes downstairs? I go downstairs. You need to get over it. So I go downstairs. He literally is standing at the door like somebody is about to attack him, waiting for his mom to come down. His son is like 13, 14, scared of me. Okay. I don't know what you're telling this boy, but y'all gotta get it together. They left and they never came back. And that's the story of how my friendship ended. And I'm sad about it because we were friends for so long, and at some point in our relationship, we were really good friends. But it just became too toxic, and like it was not good for either of us to be friends anymore. And like she came to pick up some of her stuff yesterday, and we did not speak. She hasn't apologized to me for her behavior, it's like she doesn't think that she's done anything wrong. And it's just like, I feel like it's not fair because I'm not gonna get closure. I don't think she cares to get closure. She's just stomping on people to try and get to the top. And I was one of her victims. So yeah. If you sense that you're in this type of friendship, relationship, anything ship, get out of it. Don't waste your time because it's not going to be good for your mental health at the end of the day. That's all I'm going to say. But my camera's on 8%, so I'm going to get out of here. But thank you for watching my video. Hope you got something out of it. I hope that none of this sounds similar to what you're going through, but if it is, get out. Get out. I'm telling you, your mommy, your daddy, they're right about this friend. They are not your friend. They're not. They're not your friend. They're using you. They're manipulating you. They're gaslighting you. They're toxic. Get them out. Anyways, thank you for coming to my channel. I decided that I might do a once a week or once every 2 week vlog, maybe if I'm doing something, because that's where my roots are. I'm not gonna lie, I really love to vlog. Nobody watches my vlogs, but nobody's watching my podcast either. So why not do what I like to do? So I'm going to make these type videos, but I'm also going to make vlogs whenever I feel like it. So anyways, thank you for watching my video. Don't give up on me, and I won't give up on you. And I hope to see you next video. Please like and subscribe and comment below if you've been through something similar or if you know someone that's been through something similar, and share your stories below. And yeah, so I'll see you next video. Thank you for watching. Say goodbye to Maribel. Say goodbye to Maribel. We love you. Bye.